Hello, good morning. This is Japhet Omaye here again this morning to give you some word of encouragement as you start your week. You see, yesterday I started reflecting in the evening and I got engaged in some rhetorical questions. And it started with just conversations within me, and I found myself asking these questions and responding to them. And I began by do you know that many persons never get ahead in life because they never get to start? And I said, oh, that's true. Oh, many persons never get ahead in life because they never get to start. And why do they not get to start? Because the most difficult step is usually the first step. The most difficult step in any endeavor, in any project, on any journey is the first step. And so because of this, many persons are not able to take the first step. The moment you summon the courage to be able to take the first step, I can assure you that the steps that follow will come a little bit easy. The other things that follow will come a little bit easy. And why is it that the first step is the most difficult step? Yeah, it might be arguable anyway. But then as somebody who has started several things in the last 1 decade, I've started businesses, I've started non-profits, and from my experience getting involved, starting several of the things that I've started, I realized that the most difficult steps in most of these things is the first step. And now, why is it so? The reason is that most people would want to have everything perfected before they take the first step, before they start out. And I realize that ideally in life, you never get to have everything perfected before you start out on anything. And so because they are waiting, they are calculating, they want everything to be perfected before starting out, they never get to start. Because the more you keep waiting, the more you keep seeing some gaps that will not allow you to start. Now look at the big stuff that we have around us today. Look at the big businesses, look at the big companies, look at the big products, items that we have around us today. They never started in their perfected state. They started because despite the imperfection, somebody summoned the courage to start. Why do you think we have different versions of different products today? The phone you are using, you have, the version you have today is different from the version of last year, the version of 2 years ago. That is because somebody started it despite that, hey, they were flaws. Look at automobile, look at cars that we have. Why do you think different models keep coming up? That was because they couldn't have it perfected before they started out. Somebody started out despite that there were flaws, there were gaps. So for you, you don't have to wait until you have everything perfected. Take the first step, start out. Once you start out, every other thing that you need will fall in place as you make your journey. Okay, I don't want to make this video unduly long, but what I want you to get to do this morning is that, hey, you have been waiting, you have been doing a lot of calculations for a long time. You've been planning, you want to have the money complete, you want to have everything in place before you start that project, before you start that idea, before you start out that business, before you start out that non-profit. But I can assure you that that time will never come when you have everything perfected before you start out. The best thing to do now is to start with what you have. Start from where you are, and every other thing will fall in place as you make your journey. So stop postponing the start of that project, the start of that idea, the start of that business. Start from where you are. When people ask me when is the best time to start, I usually tell them the best time to start was yesterday. That means today is already late. So it means take the step now, start out the journey now. Start and get going. Have you heard this general saying that, hey, too much of analysis leads to paralysis? The more you keep doing so much analysis of what you have and what you don't have, the more you keep paralyzing your idea, the more you keep paralyzing your opportunity to start. So stop the analysis today so you don't stay paralyzed. The time to start is now. Take the first step on that project. Take the first step on that journey, and every other thing that you need will follow as you make the journey. Do have an amazing week ahead. God bless you.